Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Dilly Panda Gaming, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today we're going to be talking about a story that took place about 7 years ago. Before I begin, I'd like to discuss a few things that's going on with me. First, I'd like to say a couple of days ago, and in fact, my last 3 videos were based around this. I was deciding on should I switch my main and my faction. Now, after a long time of thinking and a couple episodes of the History Channel's Vikings, I've decided that, Kinsey, I've basically reached my peak with him. Yeah, I could get him to rep 50, but I would never get anything new with him, and, I basically, every time I play him, it's just I die sometimes, but it's an absolute slaughter. I'm talking about I've gone like 21-0 with Kinsey, and it's disgusting. It's gross. So I thought I'd switch it up and give me more of a challenge, and after this season, I have decided that I will switch to the Vikings with your boy Trey, and I will main Berserker. A lot of you guys thought that the whole switching thing was a good thing, and hopefully you all can see it that way. In no ways I'm going to change just because of this. Obviously, I'm just going to be changing a different hero, and I'll still play samurai heroes from time to time. Most likely, it being Kinsey, because that's, who I'm best at. But other than that, still be classic Dilly Panic Gaming, But, another thing I'd like to mention too, you guys may have noticed the cover art has changed on the channel. Now, that cover art I drew myself. It's supposed to be a Berserker with the mask outfit, the first mask outfit that came out, and a Centurion with his mask outfit, the same, Halloween one, the one that came out during Halloween. So I don't know how it really turned out. I kind of just drew it down, took a picture of it, did a couple filters and stuff. But the thing I like the most is that it came out grainy, like, it was supposed to. Like, it came out grainy because I drew the picture and colored it in with colored pencils, so it looks like it's been colored, but it gives a nice effect to it. It looks pretty good. Alright, guys, I think it's a good time to get into the story. Sit back, relax, get comfortable, grab a shot glass. I don't know, Jesus, just get comfortable. I hope you guys enjoy this video and this story. I hope you take something from this. Let's begin. This story takes place about, like I said, 7 years ago, so about when I was 6, and I was at my grandmother's house as usual after school, and I was chilling there with my cousin, which is Photobomb9251. My cousin is Photobomb9251. Go subscribe to him. I've mentioned him so many times, but that's irrelevant. Go subscribe to him. And then I was also at the house with my brother. Now, here's where it kind of goes icky in a way. Like, it gets thick. All right, not in a good way, not in a Kylie Jenner kind of way. It gets thick in a terrible way. So Robbie, my brother, he gets the most amazing idea to go ahead and decide, hey, we should go to the park and play baseball. And of course, me being like 6 and loving the sport of baseball, I was like, oh my god, yeah, that'll be fun, man. Let's go do it. So we go to the park with me, my cousin, and my brother, with our baseballs and bats. We're just playing baseball. Now it's my team versus Robbie's team. I was the catcher on my team. Robbie was the pitcher on his team. So we had a couple of the neighborhood kids involved too, so we could even out the teams. And here's exactly how I remember what happens next. It is Robbie's team. It is Robbie's team's turn to bat, which is Robbie, my brother, of course, as I said. I'm in the catcher position, just ready to catch the ball, and Robbie gets up to bat. Now, Robbie is a power hitter. He's played baseball all of his life, and he can smack a ball far as shit, and I was not willing to contest to that, so I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and look off in the distance and wait until this is over, because I know he's going to smack the ball. So as I'm sitting there, I hear some movement, some subtle quick movement. And it's not close to me. It's about 15, maybe 20 feet away from me. And I look at the pitcher's mound, and the pitcher is pitching the ball. So I decide to get ready. I put my hand out there, getting ready for the ball, thinking, oh God, Robbie might strike out. Yes! And no, that's not what happened. He hit the ball, but at the same time, when he swung that bat around after hitting the ball, it hit me in the face. The bat hit me in the face. Here's how I remember it. I'm just sitting there, thought I was about to catch the ball. Next thing you know, I get a big white flash in my head, like in my mind, but at the same time I could see it, and then dark. Nothing but black. That's all I remember. So apparently somehow I made it to my house, and when I got, back to seeing things the way they were, I was in my hallway going towards my kitchen, and I basically, at that point, I remember myself crying and screaming a lot. You gotta remember, I was like 6, and I just got hit in the head with a bat, GTA style. But basically what happened next is my parents and my grandmother saw my head, freaked out, took me to the hospital, and the whole time on the way to the hospital, they're like, alright Dylan, listen, don't go to sleep, because if you go to sleep, you could fall into something even worse than what you're feeling right now. Totally not talking about a coma or a concussion. But anyway, as I'm sitting there, I'm just, nodding off, trying to stay awake. And then I decide it would be a good idea to start slapping my face to make sure I stay awake. Now, it worked. I stayed awake all the way until the hospital, and then we went into the emergency care center, and they were like, look, you hit your head, sit down, your mom's going to fill out this paperwork, and you will be seen by I think it was like a brain doctor or something, I don't know. So they put me in a room, and I was on a bed, and this bed was, one thing I do remember, this bed was very fucking comfortable. Like, I felt set, man. That bed was great. And then the doctor comes in, talks to me about what happened. I described to him what happened, and he was just like, oh, so you got hit in the head. That's unfortunate. Well, we're going to do a CAT scan. At the time, I had no idea what a CAT scan was, and I didn't want to find out. But I knew it had to be done. Now, when I was younger, I should probably note, I thought when you die or you feel like you're about to die, you go to the hospital and they put you in your coffin and you just lay there until you die. That's what I thought. Okay, I was dumb, I was stupid, but that's irrelevant, Just focus on the story. So I walk into this room, and it's a big CAT scan machine. And if you've ever seen a CAT scan machine, they put you in kind of like, you're going into a coffin. And yeah, so that was a thing. I kind of freaked out there and was like, Mom, I'm gonna die. They're putting me inside my coffin. This is it. And then my mom finally explains to me, this is not what happens when you die. So I thought that was a little funny thing to add in. So they check me out. They find out no concussion. Just stay awake for about an hour or two and try to avoid head injuries, which I did fairly well. So we go home. Now I should probably let you know that everybody in my family was freaking out, including uncles, aunts, and everything that everybody who lived near us when it comes to family was at the house. So we get back to my grandmother's house, and I walk into the living room, and who do I see sitting there? My brother. Now, my brother was laughing at me because I guess it was a relief I was still alive or something. I don't know. I mean, one thing I do know is he was nervous as shit. But at that time, he kind of just laughs, and I kind of get a little mad about it. And it was at that very moment I realized that this motherfucker right here is drinking a Slurpee. One of them little frozen drinks from 7-Eleven. Yeah, he was drinking a Slurpee. Now, I guess the story goes that somebody felt bad for him because he was so, oh man, I probably killed my brother, man. They're probably telling him he only has like 3 months, you know. But yeah, they bought him a Slurpee. Like, you think buying him a Slurpee is gonna make him feel better after murdering his brother first? And second, I'm the one who deserves a fucking Slurpee. I just took a freaking blast to the head without being knocked out the whole ride to the hospital like a savage. I deserve a freaking prize, man. So yeah, that's basically the point of the video, that I ended up getting hit in the head and not getting my Slurpee. Was I mad? A little bit. Still mad? Absolutely. Do I care? Not really. I survived that day, all because, you know, my brother personally, honestly, he kind of helped me stay awake on the way to the hospital, so I really appreciate him, you know, for that. But other than that, yeah, that's my story about the time I got hit in the head with a freaking Louisville Slugger, man. That shit was, it was not fun, but it was kind of fun. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I mean, when it happened, it sucked, but like looking back, I'm like, oh my god, people get hit in the head with baseball bats in GTA all the time, and it freaking knocks them out cold. I freaking survived that shit. Like, it made me feel like a savage. But other than that, you know, still your classic old Dilly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not the best of videos, and I know it kind of seems, you know, kind of slapped together in sort of a way, but it's fine. Honestly, there will be better videos among this channel, but I do have a couple of shout outs to give to people. First off, I would like to give a shout out to World Destroyer, or better known as on this channel, we've called him this a little bit, Dobies Destroys. World Destroyer is a pretty cool guy. If you're looking for a British dude who does, you know, For Honor, and, you know, maybe you just want to play with him, definitely go subscribe to him, World Destroyer. I'll put his thing on the screen. Another one I would like to give a shout out to, of course, which is a classic on the channel, is Photobomb9251. Of course, go subscribe to him. He's a pretty good guy. He's my cousin. Couldn't have asked for a better cousin, by the way. He's awesome, man. He definitely deserves a shout out, absolutely, without a doubt. And then the last person I would like to give a shout out to, just give me a minute, I'm scrolling through to get to it, is Red Flame Nation. This dude, he's a pretty cool guy with us. He goes to our school. He's kind of a smaller YouTube channel. He's just starting out a little bit, and we decided we'd give him a little boost, you know, trying to help him out just a little bit. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow with Trey to do the video that we have planned. And deuces.